Said there. Omemu adri there. Undiska obotom kra na uni problems are.
Undiska we share any problem biasa. I see T not just say enema but region what is saying.
Uni ayuso ma memfa akwenya we nchia branch funya. Chia constituency for any my colleagues our region. Fa nomination forms. Aka 5 days with some I'm 6 to 5 hours be not time na so. Use opportunity we urge they share branch for nin crying. So more den no monfa form no. Nyame adom ye deputy finance minister or region nim. Wafa region nimu form na ka ninya.
Wafa
ninya.
Deputy finance. Ampem. Wow.
Nyame nhia no. Wafa form no asan fa dues ne so ho ka.
Wow.
Enti Eastern region there. Say we current executive member or branch we ni house or kwa ha ho ne say unkotua for forms cause ye tua ho ka ma. Na we ni in recognition of ejumapa branches for na ye. Unia amemwo na ekoso ne asumdie na yenya ni nya no. If we say branches no. They are two forcing ye ya wanya asumdie ya or reset your mind no. Ye ma branches for na hu say eyom ho modern bo ene asumdie omode man pet na ene ye nya asumdie wo pet nim. Sa asumdie ya branch for na dia ma ye MBP mu nke ebi nsida. Say ya ba ban mu ni e ko 2 years ni. Na sikadie bi ma so mbenye biadi. NDC de ye ba party mu a your mind ne adwen ho. Yetibi ye adwuma ma party na ye adwuma set omani ye no man na ye 8 years bedu na Ghana fo asan de akoma before. Before ne ba na obekọ withholding fund na sika gum chese wo kokọ aban accounts ne mu nya na emu ayema. Omoba no ma be disika ne nya. NDC akoye party a ye de yesiesie o man no agi sika gu o man NDC MBP fo bedi the maker ne say oya branch ni ya yen hyehyɛ say apart from form na yetua ma wo no ya adwen pa say election ye ba bekoi dodo na ne ye hwɛ say munya contest mo na mo aye adwuma de party na ba ti ye bomba ye say contest bi didin bi emba branch bi wo ha obehwɛ na hwɛ youth organizer aban papa ba ye watimi anya visa ni offer ase bi wo UK nti oskosra no obekọ branch mi nso no bi wa free mu ni mfie no kwa animu nti na natural that ye wo pockets of issues nkitenkete saa ho ne ye hwese nkrofo nkofele ni de wie process we so ane esan de kọ constituency no so na omunso time be so a ye hwese omunso munya bebem with the idea say party adwuma no akoye bibi a ye den so and a reward na ewom no nso ye kakra bi but untimi nka se wujai cause ye nso na ekuta base no ye party bi ani ho a oni nipa o de kwa election o ye sa de ano akodane ye nua ba akonde na oyusu kwa menkruma we ne event san bedi akon
okay
ye nua bedi akon oni party office oni hwe ne de ne so ote base mu na bas be for no de nam no de year campaign there be so obeso win election wo Ghana ama obeso win election wo Ghana we ase hanya ese onya base ese onya atichai for omu gi o policies ne de omu de wachi en na ye party base no na America ka atwamu so yo obi a wo de wani adi amanyosemachi a utimi hu nse uyo obi a oje party ne to wakoma so obeye adwuma wanhwe ye ahia bekun conspiracy no so na koye te se sesi ana memeti haikra no ho me se my friend Professor Haji the relationship between the party school no and fundamentals ne de ye party na ngasa na ya na mente ase cause minim se yesi oba be ye party adwuma no odi hia kowu ana cause it means nkrofo do party wa oti ye say no enye se menka so ye NDC ni nkra na odo jonjo mahama administration no they have to identify people like you. Well, now they should come out. Na ko it is a party ne bapa wawie near the central government na there bia membo papa no kwan ye de kodea. Na it is a wa wo ba de oba no waja no se o fie na wa abonten obi adwuma na wo hwe ne yie wo be hwe ne yie akosi dabe wo hwe ne yie se dan kra ye obi adwuma one day then adwuma for ne ba no mo ka so mo de new manager na me ne wo ni obi aye kofie ntia ya omo na ne omo achi de ya kan kosi ne se de nke se party ne nya bi waye bi but there has to be systematic and direct policies ya de ba se office holders we no mam nkope me I always advocate say the party adwumate no untimi enka se obeye regional secretary to say the me ba be the regional secretary na masan ka se me kope aban adwuma I wouldn't get the leisure, especially obi your secretary there. You wouldn't get leisure na problem we were constituency we so timi kum ha no so problem wa ha so okoho. Media always advocate say some of the party positions, you can't go for appointment. There has to be a deliberate policy here. Party nankasa yes, more office holder na say near there mamo, so that they can win you off from going to look for appointment. And no, the Professor Haji Kasa, because the relationship, there's a policy gap between what the party school teaches and what actually happens on the ground. No, I say work school. No, I economics. Now be economics. No, we know who adwuma de kwa akoye. Now be buza say nti sociology na de koye no social welfare no mu hu say where we out if you ni adwuma na. There has to be a deliberate policy.
I see.
Nti I hope say yeah kosui. Hey, ma memfa ye nua ma de nya example. Em so bia ni ma de o kan politics and ye be kan as mama ne kakra. Cause me tie ya na ho ye me mobo. Ma di no ye deputy organizer oni ye senior akamba no me dia ye deputy na the man di lusu ye ne say he not that he's a fantastic grounds person the man lusu ye say no ni ska na hia ne doso no ma di ye hia ni pa ni ye kan hia for Ghana na we ma di free man na wankasa you are not charitable ye hia ni ye kan no kre no eno nche se me mpe ma di asem minim se na ne hye bemu asesan ba me di asesan de menya hu ye but wo hwe elections are here babekoi. Now we had the instrumentality of Madi. Even me ame papa manebo ama woko. Obi anim so manebo ama de. Oyi onufi mami ni papa bia wo Ghana bio. Na me fa ne currency baby wo bia. We had the instrumentality of Madi time now no manebo ama wo hotel now. Said yes software ya de ato so obi e ko downloading the phone. Madi instrumentality. Ba be busa de say ne say unya national chairman for is there per your policy no a party executives no with the leadership in the big election director will he be maintained and I say such a brilliant fantastic young man they to national in America say there has to be a systematic policy and you say yaba be mo na de bia no microeconomic indices nkwane ye your money ye there be ye nane ye chi ne ye hwe ye nkrofo no na me de akra American wo branch no we national assembly na American no no kra munya amu chese onya hu policy e de ne ba bet na ho for the next election into we no benya adwempa e de aye adwuma na ya no chese ma de ni adwempa ne de owo pa and he has one who ye can be say institutional memory I just say me the deputy secretary menya akwanya ya adwuma na saa medu ba bia esesi a na regional secretaries kra amoti once na me ba no ma beti adwuma na sense om nti uba ba yi nipa kro no we akoto nchen no akofa yesi anu aboy ba ko bi nso ne namodan me refi ne din osi kwasi prat na de ne ba na me nim ze kwasi prat wanya sika a ohun de ode yo kwa he wa hu ya na me gidi ze nto no otwa nya mpa
kwasi prat ben
ya ye senior socialist.
Oh, that mean sure. No,
and I make an answer.
On the party politics. I'm here.
I had to make us an I'm boy in intro. Oh, uncle, yes, I am. But you make an institutional memory here. Into an idea. So small time where I couldn't dear mammy, the media dedicated party for say. Oh, yeah, no, be your branch chairman. Obi so your constituency chairman. Name forms why your name chese yes, son. Oh, yeah, shed the oh, yeah, no. Ni NCC na ni enfa nsi ho okofo obi ba ono so ba be use the first 2-3 years na abesua se de edi secretary abesua se de edi branch chairman abesua se de edi party position no eno so san twe party ne ko achi cause e ba be waste be 1 year de abe orientation na ye hia Ye kasa nyanso ne ye sre ye party mpanyimfo mo so. Omo da ne omo ni hwe maade. Ni ye mpa bibi mfa ma ne se wote ho a wo ye election director no wo chefani. Ida mi hu ne de bia na no ye memobọ. Wo fafo na no afre. Enye se adaje no wo oni hweye, oni sika. Oni adwuma bia okwa akopɛ sika bia wom. Enti na wo fa ya no afre no. Ye mpa bibi ma no. Ni odane na chi nso onim se ne party ba power. Na adwuma oyeye de ma yen sa millions of votes gap no. Ni nua ya akoku wo baabi. Chese tanku ye nua senior tanku enso wo baabi. Aka wo nko. So obeye party adwuma me nso matumi hu se meye dia. Ye mfa ni si baabi ne ye hu se saa time yi nso ne die owo mu ni. NDC party no so wo hu se ye party adwuma se na ya na memory no wo ho. Nti ani edi ya kakra. Na the will to make the country better no na akodo so se ye NDC for no. Meka ya NDC for na te se obi odo NDC bia na meka. Na ese pe
na some 92 your friend say constitution ya de buga na enya mo mo chro
ya na de chro
mo chro nti
na meka se
mo ya Ghana yi am nyina
no ye me nya bi be ni da na ehiafo.
Okay.
Na bi before no mu na enya sika.
And there's the programs about empower grassroots na
in intentional policies.
Okay.
Ma example. So say ye party ni akoye be de bia be see ye Ghana yi. Free SHS policy.
Yeah.
Now school feeding fee policy.
Yeah.
I mean fantastic policy. But when they compare time and MBP wo ho ne NDC wo ha, the difference is so vast. Me say there were headmasters MBP time. When him say omo ye duane na ye mark mu every day. MBP time no me say out of the 30 days no. Ebu omo be ye duane no between 10 to 15 days pe. Other ones no mo meye. School bia ne say ebu a school ni 600 a. Headmaster need to make us say school ni e be 1,002. Inverse one ye o ni headmaster ne dia.
Oh ya o my Ghana.
No, my Ghana ne no mo boneka, but we are headmaster no, free HS coordinator, and MBP no so je ne de na courage ne bia kokko ba bibiri. Ye ba ye twa sa nem nim nya. Inti so mo sika na mantem ne ye kase ye maaye. Ye nim si ye Ghana yi, but ono connection na MBP for di ana omudi nya sika no. Ye ba ye oni sa connection ni bi. Inti ni sika ne san ko kem na san cha na ye si ya no. Oh ma connection na abese institutionalize connection no. Nti ya best say mpanimfo. Ene mu radio station online ato ye ka say yotie.
Yeah.
The senior finance minister ye Maradona a ono nso kuta ball or dribble yenim so obo adwuma. Be ye best say ukuta company na o workers no went me anhwe omu yi a raw materials na ye de kwa akoton we de akokotua ye rent no. Nti ye best say I mean the way o many mo aye de no. I am pleading with our leaders. What we fail, me as a party person, as somebody or here in this, we fail to put direct policies for people who are NDC. And you be NDC for some Ghana for. And say you go to a bar. Omo ano mo koye police station officers. Omo de omo teku omo simple. Omo de omo time. Ebebo apeti no. Omo an ebesan koye. Na bebuza say nene den ye omo. Obi bega say we have more time ahead of us. But some more time na yenka say yenko pamo MB before mfi adwuma nim. Cause omo me Ghana for. But omo ye adwuma na che. Ebi aye ready so mbeko fia ye mo nko. Ni enfa nkrofo omo ye ready so mbehim.
Okay.
We can nim ni ye tese ye papa. MB before can na Ghana economy. Uni I believe say baby aye we. This economy, I mean, it has been the best. And be before Krana, you can be before any former vice president, but with me, no, yeah, can the common MBP or more car.
Okay.
They are witness to how good this economy is. Mamma no ton body work car no. Only the economy na ye. Body and the crown na affairs yet on a boo affairs will be or be do nobody and the crabinio. Not because body are short to Ghana. And there's our time now, a great minister. It make us a body betting ye 3 cities now. Na body nabu, but ni sika ye de kwa cover, cause you go far. Said ye inflation, I say bibia. It's no go phone to minto. Bene, it's legon. me free kufuru de ebe me nam Madina na me bowura mu East Legon ufiri sa lane ni ho ba atimi se bode efo no first na ba ma me ba ko penalty ho before be do manual eye clinic and then nipa 3 abeka ho when the creation of employment economy na ye employment is coming on itself. I don't know where in the economy I befa I benya issue uka agric sector and emu na buso emu ananga first em say na ye 130 emu friend abna rice and them say na number 70 minya price variation ni but uko hwe emu na nanka ye 80 and ne ye ton 55 oba transport sector emu anonko mukofa niema wo mukofa dwadifo niema petrol for so atete ye nua emu ewo abuso kan yam before kakra bi ewo mu no spare parts no omo ton na boarding omo no so ye hwese better Ghana agenda no omo de omo ntuma pa be ni aban ne be kan bom na nko mo atete so the first so ye MBP ni a wo ton ade wo abuso kan enche se chinchina so otum omo pe na ebo mind form ba wo other sectors ni nyia na koje busia o bank policy rate ekofom the only difference is say amana cost kakra na o de compare to Togo for the no so ya omuta ne omu sika no France for no mu de omu aka bom nti ya no mu de ne I say yen kwa na yegina ba bi pe ba omu side ne de e no pe na ye difference no but economy wise there this has been one of the best economy so far. Agri sector we are doing okay. Every financial sector we are doing okay. There's only one sector per my nature ne de me bo say me ye busuya na me feel say me papa ya ade bi e meka.
Yeah.
As much as we've done well, no, I think that there has to we've gotten to the point for us to get to the next stage, no, they have to put this economic gurus together so that we can increase employment. Pen I say employment, unemployment among the youth are just too high. And now my red, blue, green. Just almost san hydelics ni bebre. Na minim ni din. Memu na mo ba no mo fa niema pa. But because employment ni ho, can you imagine say my member ye nua ba kui Amuzu or ye CEO for public sector housing and loan scheme and works and housing. Last week almost say ba besi 5,000 low cost income housing for here for yi. No say dine bia no a 2-bedroom apartment. Dine ba ku bu bia yam say 300,000 Ghana cedi. If we are able
here for
here for
3 billion.
Oh. Na block cry announcement boy.
Here for that 300,000 they are here for them right now. Here for the Atakwame na musima. Now 3 billion me to more 3 billion.
No, but say middle class na there obi oye adwuma.
Say middle class they are fine.
Oh, middle class na maker. Working class.
Yeah.
Say me de no ba na me de abesi unemployment na maker no so. So ye bo ye nua number so. It is our hope say de ye nya ka say ne bo kra ye din. E bedu be be ne be hwe ne ate cost of yesi dinosaur.
Yeah.
Unse dinosaur ya more the independent firms na ye.
Okay.
So I think that there has to be this communication going on. But the most important thing is we say here youth unemployment now. I know the finance minister is doing very well. Ade aye ka se ye aben bia ni wo be baga na obeye biom. Nti ya na yanka ni afa ya mfa nhye ye ho den a. Oman na NDC be na ye ni ye o. Am before the den no mo ba be. Vice President Bawumia dem pa akonya 8 years old went me anya no ba be. Ye be sha to forcing. We've gotten to the point obi awie university ene. Why economics. Or the kwakoye dey. Adwuma no kra bi ni ho. Nti den no de kwakoye. Owie so a na say mete say
adwuma wura ba o. Ti amone certificate holders reson kasa.
Oh, adwuma wura na ba.
Yeah.
Say enekrom Western region.
And no
Eastern region.
I see.
And Ramo na no Eastern region.
Okay.
I'm by Eastern region. So we are hoping for the best. But the other side I make can say there has to be the systematic policy. I know say the finance minister overwhelmed, our president is overwhelmed. But there has to be the systematic policy. Obi we schools is here. Ejuma ben na de kwa akoma no. We need like the private firms, no, we need to partner them to resource them. No mumbi ejumanim. Say obi oye nwufidi we, obi oye nsuo we.
Yeah.
Said the first me can say even uko constituency biya obi ani Ghana ha onu munsuo obi anu munsuo affordability ne nema say eneme no bottle water sanya ha me ba ye a we come into me no ba mote so esi anam say eh ahembe 3-4 cedi yetimi na affordable na be 2 Ghana cedi obi abetimi no bottle water but say obema na performance so there has to be a government intervention and then we na ye kan na eba beboa yo wo university no wanya adwuma and yes, unemployment in association of unemployed university graduates. Oh, so any more coin term. But I mean, we have to face the fact that unemployment, especially on be free school, no. And yeah, they BC and ABC Ochna. I mean, this is not politics. This is economics, a reality. If there's not an intentional policy, say. Ye create me the main case one district, one factory.
I think this government through NERP, omo at the initiative yaba. Omo ye launch somewhere last week or 2 weeks ago, where the vice president and Penifoso Kotechi, Humphrey be the seed. Yeah, the seed initiative about. So, also be our tertiary education. And TBA all school no kitans and juma kakra.
Okay.
Especially in Mumbai, obi ni makeups here.
Okay.
Obi ni no sancrophone. Yen so ma sene was level ho. And yen van for instance, say UCC no wa. We are yen man nka ho ne service no. And say so be akwa national service. Onka ona ni nuanum students no. Onye no establishing ho we. Madam Opani Bakubishia. The last Friday holiday be a mono. I say, Shaman Senifaswa, man for CVs, Kwani Guanum. So if you are able to empower the youth, empower the private sector, send a whole canon, ABM or store Bakubi. Now, when you're granted be faculty, now bansh was okay. We are there could make sure say, a Jumani, now so fancro for. Now pressure na yede, eba. Yede any koto abana juma nko so say me adwuma ECG me adwuma ho me adwuma ho ministry abana juma the whole Ghana enu 1 million government workers police for soldier for enu omu 1 million but we are talking about working population more than 15 million eti ekokoba ne sa ana amoti say na wo kano me no ya 100%. The alternative no outside Abajuma no and the private sector no. I don't think I see a good private firms no. I think I see the private firms in their politics. Oba Hanomwa, near kita 3 radio stations.
Okay.
Radio Gold, Montier, and a TV Gold. We were 75.
Wow.
75. Radio Gold, Montier, and TV Gold. I could afford to be good because of politics. And my numbers in Socrates. Yeah, catch you online new 10. Until say good to back. Now your staff training are around 35-40. So others no more. It can be a kada 3 media platforms no. Kabano nyam ba ku bia den. Abeka ho a yatre working force no kobe like 100 we see. Eti we ba no den sa kokan we. No den sa kokan it doesn't even no can dem no yadwe pa.
But when I said the say I agree with. I think that I've seen that seed fund.
No, okay.
I've seen it as happening and it's a fantastic program. But you agree say obia afino we university. Onye entrepreneur, onye adwumani bida. They need time. Oh, one thing about business is that you would fail 100 times before you become perfect.
That's true.
In Tingawa, your radio go to see why over the years you've gained institutional memory, you have the competence, like you know how to run the business. And then America, they need to see and I mo terrestrial. Nanka the whole Ghana. Yemremu fidie ni afentrem. And then America.
And Matuas here.
Yeah, they tremu no. The no we school no. Abai no ntimi mfa no. Mo na mo betimi afa no. They should identify. Maybe the men can say yemfa nko yema Ghana fo nya. Yeah, identify NDC for. Am so mo ya Ghana fo.
I know there.
Na MB before the omuko ye one to one factory. Miss uko kede a. Enye eno do mo di bedi sika. But yeah de na de ya pese ye adwuma nankasa. They should identify NDC business people who are the gurus no mu wo mu de dada no. This is the only way. And it's a private government partnership. This is the only way. Party ni bet me esto stay. So business no me hu so NDC ni. Me kon makoje kakra na me de run party adwuma. Ono nso no de ma me anya ne ya because abina be so nase.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is what we are saying. The government is doing fantastic. He's doing the best. I don't think so maybe be bad ye. Obey be that. Have be inflation wo. But when ye chino omo tawe chino one resource yom year. No mu ye die no anko ye. Ti me de me bomba say before the next 4 years and anytime you be share penny for next meeting ase. Me voice out. Ma cancel that. They should identify NDC people. Me say every region. Say party no mu dream party no year. They should identify everybody in every constituency. Me can say every mama you.
Yeah.
They should identify people in constituency be a nipa womb. NDC for womb. Na munja legacy mom. Ya ba if I the man say NDC. They yan nsuo ni enton man NDC for kra. NDC ya no musuo. See nipa ye didi ya no musuo. Yan go fa emu brand bi. Ni evenche e man say the whole Ghana yan yafa. Ya ton man NDC for nkwan wo constituency bi. Ye beto ye bedidi. They should have economic things are they ma ye to survive. Na da chimbia no so sorry a. Wa hu say okoton nsuo no so 2 cities we no. Eye wo dia. The government cannot employ everybody. That is the common thing. So there has to be this deliberate policy here. Ya de ba ye NDC na de ba ye. And you see ye be ba bem no ye the inflation call 1%. And yet cement so call 5 cedi. Uwe we nya no what did the NDC person benefit? And na me make. Me ba me NDC ni. Me can say me NDC ni na msan ye Ghana ni.
Yeah.
Ti me kan de e boa Ghana na e boa NDC ni. Into we indices ni nya no ye fa economy ni free we be see ha na ye improve your economy no NDC for na den no munya wom wo the common truth ni say omo amukuta sika yesi a Ghana ni nya yan be before there like I just obi o twan from so be kan
sika sisi
oh na sika mu wi a bebre I mean it's a common truth sika wi a bebre boy wo Ghana yi say o de kwan ba so na fa yo so o de kwan boni so
o man sika yira nyina omo ho
ah na nka ya me ofa me achim ni me free kedi.
Okay.
Finance minister me offer.
Yeah.
Even those who MBB. Come me offer. And yes, kedi anko betina brochi. My ISIS for chino na no pay. You say nkwan kro mu ye ne de wa complaining still. Na eno ano mo de ma no.
Obanum Canada.
Na nyesi ga no nko mo di ande de nko mba Ghana. He me offer anko wanyi adu sei.
Ofuriata na kara say.
Na ye ofuriata finance minister. But be me offer anyi adu. Ana ka na no nkotifio o na nanu mo be for
ano mo de esamogu nkwan no na
tse minim say ye Ghana de hi bia ani ase abronfo yesi o mu soup no so o mo de carrot nya ka ho papa isi o mpe carrot won kwan mu cause no Ghana no nkowe onko de prekese ne de to nkwan mu ba no mo de carrot ne cabbage nombre pe mo no nkwan papa enye sika ase nko aba na make us wo hu o mo di sika if the government doesn't bring a deliberate policy to strengthen NDC for and I want one mistake in so I say ya na targeting nipa be 10-20 bi we mu no mu yesika organ say sika ni na ono 10 billion no NDC ni no me me ticket de me fa hia ko hu no na nya registration we anka me back cra be den so that say every region there has to be a deliberate policy yanka se fa ko mo obi akeke but pinpoint people who have the track record who can sustain the business cause me all the business be mamia because I don't have experience and the technical knowledge in it no I hear meant me sustain it next can I say yen ka say betem sika so mu bia enkodi eno kra wo betim the last time you discuss ye e betimi aye afidie a hede ye nsuo
yeah
Ghana ho bia no nsuo e ma o mimbo nsuo bia din but the more being produce nsuo wa kra so de brem mu okede akede no yensuo no Ghana water wo ho mo de mesh afidie ne bre asumasi a so ye constituency chairman so ye hwan mo de mana na party fo ni nya no so ye mo koto ni nsuo ni bi MBB for kra beto cause MBB for no omo mo tikede ndi omo adwenpa adwenbone no for neti akra no ohun nti MBB for adwenpa no omo wo eastern region no mo nya beto this is the deliberate policy ayeka anya si e be wie 8 years no na me no comedy ye na de bia ye nam ni eseska na is de bia na NDC for be hu no mo tete communities is here na mi kan obi a reception ayema comedy boys no
Okay, issues we say I have Brantam. I don't know where they want issues we know you introduce topics. I have Brantam. Some issues we say we are near tete ho. And two exercise be akoso Jubilee House. President Mahama ewo Ghana. Exercise number 1. President Mahama signing into law legal education reform bill. No air back. Then the second exercise no a year value for money official bill no on so assigning. Ama finance minister Kasa say 2027 value for money. Sabi no more passing for this no ebeba ebaba be ye juma yentie president kakra ewia time kade afane nyina wamantem do beba no ne party nsem ewo ne botom no as ko ye information center o kade no akwakoka enti mebazia.
And this is the Value for Money Office Act. Done. Thank you. And this is the Value for Money Office Act. Accountability. This office would review procurement and make sure that Ghana gets value for money. It would end the issue of inflated contracts. Also, such contracts will go to the Value for Money Office, and all contracts above a certain value will go to the Value for Money Office to make sure that Ghana is getting value for every CD that we spend. Sign. To regulate legal education and ensure the highest standards in terms of legal education, but also to open up the space.
President of the Republic of
of overinflation of contracts, government contracts. What we seek to do going into the future will be that we'll set up the office, and all single source procurement will have to go through the Office for Value for Money
in this country. As a result of the fact that presidential assent has been given to the law, we are now ready for implementation. Immediate implementation will start with the establishment of the Council for Legal Education, which is the body that will oversee legal education in the country. We'll also start the process of accreditation of the law schools that will be running the law practice course for those who have LLBs and desire to write the bar exam. All of that will start this year. We'll be making budgetary provision for the implementation in the 2027 budget to be announced by the finance minister in November this year.
I think today is a good day. His Excellency, the President, this morning signed into law the Value for Money Office Act. This singular signature and assent will mean that going into the future, the Republic of Ghana, the government of Ghana will curtail public sector expenditure that has actually risen as a result of overinflation of contracts, government contracts. What we seek to do going into the future will be that we'll set up the office, and all single source procurement will have to go through the Office for Value for Money. In the past, the legal division of the Ministry of Finance has been the one that conducts Value for Money Office. They did not have the requisite skills and ability to deal with Value for Money. And so what we've done is to properly institutionalize the Value for Money Office. President Mahama, as part of his campaign pledge, promised to establish the Value for Money Office, and today he has graciously assented to it following Parliament's passage. I want to use this opportunity to assure the people of Ghana that the menace of public sector pardon of contracts and overinflation of contracts will be curtailed by this signature. What we seek to do is to use the next 6 months to properly constitute the office, nominate the leadership of the Value for Money Office, and constitute the technical team that will ensure the implementation of the Act. And so I believe that beginning 2027 January, this office will be fully implemented and Ghanaians will see the need of a Value for Money Office. I have seen Value for Money Office being operated in other countries, and I can tell you for a fact that if there's one single office that can pay for itself from day one, it is the Office for Value for Money Office, because it's reduced public expenditure and obviously create fiscal space that will be used to develop other sectors of the economy. Thank you.
Okay, eti Finance Minister Kasa Sanso and Attorney General so Kasa President Mahama himself at the D kan CNT bills me no ne ordinance here. Yanko yanim na PC Bar Center for that account be the Jumadin Airtwell Sanso na Terra Care Innovation Center oni hu ya die bia no eho